Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Scrum Master interview real-time scenarios, interview questions and answers for experienced candidates. How do you handle the team members who are resistant to adopting the Scrum practices? As a Scrum Master, it's important to understand why the team members are resistant to Scrum practices. I would start by giving a conversation with the team members to understand their concerns and address them appropriately. If the resistance is due to a lack of understanding, I would provide them with training and resources to help them better understand Scrum. If the resistance is due to the lack of trust, I would work on building trust between the team members. It's important to be patient and persistent in addressing the resistance to ensure a successful transition to Scrum. How do you handle the team members who are not meeting their commitments in a sprint? I would start by having a conversation with the team members to understand why they are not meeting their commitments. If the issue is due to a lack of understanding, I would provide them with training and resources to help them better understand their role and responsibilities. If the issue is due to the lack of skills, I would work with the team member to identify the areas where they need to improve and provide them with opportunities to develop those skills. If the issue is due to external factors such as dependency on any other team, I would work with the team to resolve the issue. How do you handle the conflicts with the team during a sprint? Conflicts are inevitable in any team, and it's important to address them promptly to maintain team morale and productivity. As a Scrum Master, I would start by having a conversation with the team members involved to understand the root cause of the conflict. I would then work with the team to identify possible solutions and help them to reach a solution. If necessary, I would bring in an outside facilitator to help the team work through the conflict. How do you handle the stakeholders who are not supportive of the Scrum framework? It's not uncommon for the stakeholders to understand It's not uncommon for the stakeholders to be resistant to change, especially when it comes to adopting a new framework like Scrum. As a Scrum Master, I would start by having a conversation with the stakeholders to understand their concerns and address them appropriately. I would provide them with information about the benefits of Scrum and how it helps achieve their goals. I would also work with the product owner to ensure that the stakeholders are involved in sprint review meetings to see the progress made by the team. It's important to be patient and persistent in addressing their concerns to ensure a successful transition to the Scrum. How do you handle a situation where a team member is not contributing to a team's success? As a Scrum Master, it's important to first address the issue with the team member privately to understand their perspective and any challenges they may be facing. Then, in a team retrospective or daily stand-up, I would facilitate an open discussion where the team member can express their concerns and the rest of the team can offer suggestions and support. As a Scrum Master, I would work with the team to ensure everyone has a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities and to help the team member develop a plan to contribute to the team's success. How do you handle conflicting priorities or requests from stakeholders? As a Scrum Master, I would first work with the product owner to understand the priority of the request or requirement and how it aligns with the product vision and roadmap. I would then facilitate a discussion with the stakeholders to understand their perspectives and concerns. Together with the team and the product owner, we would prioritize the backlog items and determine the best approach to address the request while minimizing the impact to the sprint or product goals. How do you handle a situation where the team is consistently not meeting their sprint goals? As a Scrum Master, I would first analyze the situation to understand the root cause of the problem. It could be due to the lack of clarity or agreement on the sprint goals, poor estimation or planning, or issues with the team dynamics. Once the root cause is identified, I would work with the team to develop an action plan to address the issue, such as adjusting the sprint backlog, improving the communication and collaboration, or implementing new processes and tools. I would also facilitate a retrospective to reflect on what worked well and what can be improved on the future sprints. How do you handle a situation where the product owner is constantly changing the requirements? As a Scrum Master, I would first discuss the impact of the change with the product owner and the team to understand the reasoning behind the change and its priority. I would then work with the team to estimate the effort and impact of the change, and together with the product owner, we would determine if it is feasible to include the change in the current sprint or if it needs to be deferred to the future sprint. I would also encourage the product owner to provide a clear and consistent requirements to minimize the disruption to the team's workflow. How do you handle a situation where the team is resistant to adopting new processes and practices? As a Scrum Master, I would first work with the team to understand their concerns and any challenges that may be facing. I would then communicate the benefits and purpose of new process or practice and work with the team to create a plan to implement it. I would also provide training and resources to support the team's adoption and provide feedback and recognition to their efforts. Additionally, I would facilitate a retrospective to continuously evaluate the effectiveness of new process or practice and make adjustments as needed. These are few questions that are very common for the Scrum Master interview. So prepare well and all the best for the interview. Subscribe my channel, stay connected for more videos. Thanks for watching.